Hi everyone, Nikki Rose here, and it's now week 14, I think. Yeah, so week 14, and there's a hair on my face. And if you notice, I got my hair done. Sorry, it's kind of everywhere, but I like how the girl did it. It's really good. And actually all is the same color now, so I don't look like it's gradient, because before it was weird. It had like a lighter color and then the darker color, but now, sorry, I can feel hair on my face. Now it's all uniform color and it looks really good. So, again, I don't really have a topic for this video. I just want to keep current with these things. I know I've had some time in the past where I've not been doing so much, or like week 10 there was no video. But as everyone knows, this is a whole big process. I can still feel that hair on my face, but it's a work in progress. I'm still working to it. I'm still doing stuff. If you saw last week's video, you know why things aren't really working or turning out right. But that's something I'm dealing with. I still haven't seen my doctor for this week. I see her tomorrow, so hopefully we can work out what's been going on and get things on track, I guess. More to say. So, yeah, and also got makeup on again. I've been doing a bit more, trying to, learn it out, and I know my voice is still rough and scratchy and terrible, but I need to work on it and look up more videos and actually start trying to do some exercises. But I'm not the kind of person that can watch a video and then do the thing. I need, hands-on interaction to be able to get to work. So that's something I'm working on. But this week was a bit better, well, these last few days, because compared from this video to, or from the last video to this video, it's only been like 3 or 4 days, but things have been going up a bit. I'm working on my schedule again to change it back to how it was so I can get videos out more often. Well, really get them recorded more often and keep things moving and get these videos back on track, because this is a Tuesday and last week I did it on a Thursday, so they're not really weeks apart. They're just, things are crazy. I'm working on it. I'm just trying to get this moving and keep my day job, accurate. And hopefully one day I can quit my day job and do this full time. And I want to thank everyone out there that's, commenting on my videos and watching all the time. I mean, it really means a lot to see people, continuously coming back on my videos and, commenting, saying that they like it and they enjoy it, or they understand what I'm going through and all that kind of stuff, because that really helps me to see that there's other people out there seeing me as I am and seeing what I'm dealing with and what I'm struggling with. But it's just great to hear from you guys out there. I mean, anything, hearing you guys watch my videos or even enjoy the gameplay, because I know the gameplays aren't doing as well as they used to, but it's probably the game I'm playing because it's an older game. It's I say 90s, but it was really made in 2000s, but you know what I mean. So it's just, a work in progress. I know that game probably isn't the most popular or even most known about, so I'm working on, just getting that game and Tomb Raider finished up and working on to new games and get things moving. And like I said, I've said it in probably a few videos, once I get those games finished, I'm going to start trying to do face cam with my gameplay videos. Just, I don't know, it seems a little bit without the face cam, it's kind of disconnected, and I don't know, it just seems odd. I know a lot of people don't do face cam and some people do, and I don't know, it just seems, I mean, I guess it makes it more personal when you see me actually playing the game, not just a disembodied voice with the game in the back game, playing. So maybe that might change it, or might get me more people, coming through. I know I need to probably change the tags on stuff and make things work better, but I'm still learning this whole YouTube process. I mean, before I had a channel that wasn't doing as well either, and I just kind of gave up on it. Not only because it wasn't doing well, it's because the person I was doing it with kind of moved out and was a jackass. So it's a long story about stuff. But, to get into it, not just leave another story open-ended like I've done in so many different videos, is I made up a YouTube channel, was planning on doing it with just, solo gameplay with me playing the games. But then my brother moved back into the house, so, not this house, older house. I have moved around so much I've lost count. But he moved him back into the house, and he wanted to play the games as well, so we were playing co-op games, because I have a lot of games that are co-op, because mostly me and him played a ton of games in the past. So we were playing those games, and we were recording them, uploading them. We had a couple single-player games, but they were doing pretty well, but the issue is they weren't doing the best. I mean, they were doing okay, but not perfect, and then had issues with the recording equipment, with the games and whatnot. I mean, I was using my old machine back then, and we would lose audio, or the game wouldn't record, or something didn't work right. And then also, he would never be around most of the time to record, because I tried to keep up like this. I actually did. Before, I was trying to do 7, videos a week. Just trying to, move it up and keep people watching, because there's a video every single day. But it was hard to do, because without him there, I couldn't record the gameplay, because it's a co-op game when we started the game. And changing from co-op to single player with, the dumb NPCs, just about impossible. So, one of them was Resident Evil 5, if anyone's played that with a computer. The computer is basically a blumbering idiot, and you have to basically hold their hand all the way through. Which, that's probably why the game's meant for more than, actually 2 people, instead of just 1. So, yeah. And I actually have that game on my shelf. Anyway, I plan on playing it, but I don't know, it's going to be kind of an issue playing single player when you usually play 2-player on that. And also I have other games that are, that are co-op games, but you can play single player, but they're kind of tough, and I've played them through a couple times, so it may be not that hard, but it's just getting back into the game, learning the controls again, and be able to control the other player, because you basically are trying to walk with a dumb computer. So it's all going to be work, but that's what I've tried before, and it didn't work. He stopped coming to record. I couldn't record, so I then started to space it out and only make 1 video a day for weeks. I was doing 2 videos a day, every day of the week, so which was tough, because I was doing all the editing and uploading, and I was the one that controlled the recording and everything. All he did was come in and, help play the game, but after a while, you're doing all the work, and he's doing nothing. So it got tiring, and then he just stopped, coming by to, he wasn't really at the house much, so it was hard to record when he wasn't at the house, so then it went down to 1 video a day a week, and then it just petered off, because he moved out. I mean, it was kind of good, because he was kind of be a crazy asshole, but, yeah. So that's really what happened with that. I mean, I bet if he would have kept around and we would have kept current on that, we could have probably made a decent channel and made it, towards, Game Grumps, because that's what I was trying to do, with the couch gaming process, where you have 2 people and you're playing either one game with someone talking, so, the person that's playing the game doesn't have to focus on talking and playing the game and checking the recording equipment and all that stuff at once, to make it a bit easier. But I was still doing that all at once myself, so it just fell through, and it's never really a good idea to work with family, because they either take advantage of you, or I don't know how to explain it, but it's just never a good idea to, work with family. Sorry, I'm checking my mic to make sure, because I've noticed some of these audio kind of comes out kind of weird. I may have to change the settings on my mic, because it has a switch on the back for, what you're working with, because some of it has other different settings. But this setting seems to be the best for recording the gameplay and whatnot, because it only picks up me instead of all the sound around, except for my fans I have to have running, because if I don't, it turns almost to like a sauna in my room. I mean, you probably see in the last week's video, that I'm sweating like crazy. I mean, I'm not sweating that bad right now, but I have my overhead fan running, but I had both fans off last time, and it was just not a good idea. The heat was getting up high, and I mean, also doesn't help that I'm running, game system and computers and lights like crazy, so it's all a work in progress. I really need to get my own place so I can record this better and have a better setup, but can't do that until I start making money off of Twitch. Means I need more views, more subscribers, and so on and so forth. But that's something to deal with down the path, and it's just going to take time and effort, which I have, but it's just things come up and just make it tough, and then I just get discouraged at how everything's going. But yeah, that's basically what's been going on and what's been happening. I think I've been doing better with makeup. I mean, you can't really see as much. And this isn't the best, isn't like right after I've done it. I've had to reapply my eyeliner and mascara and lipstick because it comes off. It's also, you probably can, I get closer, you probably could see, the facial hair coming through because it is starting to coming through. It's kind of why I've changed the angle to be back farther. It's also to give you more room and see that I talk with my hands because I'm part Italian, which they do a lot, and also Irish people do as well. It's also, I love how this hair came out. It's so good. This is the original color I started to do when I started, learning that I was transgender and everything, because I decided now I'm a redhead instead of being blonde, because, I don't know, I always liked red hair, people with red hair. I mean, this is not really red, it's a red tint, but it has more violet in it, but it gives it kind of like, I don't know, a mysterious touch to it or something like that, where, it has different highlights in it. I mean, my hair originally has like its own little natural highlights because I was born with red hair, born basically ginger, then it slowly transitioned, there's that word again, transitioned to blonde hair, which it's kind of odd it did, but also when I was younger, you could see it, like, throughout the year, you could see the color of my hair change, like, more in the summer it would turn more blonde, and then in the winter it would turn more red, because it's being sun bleached. You know how that happens, where the more you're out in the sun, the more vitamin D and that kind of stuff. I mean, I don't know what I'm talking about really, but I mean, there's even stuff you can buy now that's you spray in your hair, go out in the sun, and it bleaches it. But basically what would happen, my hair would be bleached by the sun, because of course when you're younger as a kid, you're outside a lot, running around, blah, 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 even though everyone says that, and not everyone was always outside, because I've heard that a lot. But yeah, it would turn more blonde. And then in the winter, of course, you're inside more, there's not as much sun, so it started to, turn back in the natural color, and of course it would grow out, recut it, so blah, you get what I'm saying. So, yeah, and I decided just to keep it. I mean, I know it's going to be a pain to keep it up, I mean, it already is. I wait 3 to 6 months to redo it because I let it grow out. I mean, I kind of like how I can see it growing out, seeing that, how long it's gotten. I mean, this is the longest I've had my hair ever, and I love it because it's giving me an idea how I would actually look fully female, and I love how it looks. I mean, I love all these new shirts I'm getting and everything. I mean, this is not the best kind of bra. It's just one of the Victoria's Secret, t-shirt bras without the underwire. But there's another ones I've had that actually give a lot of support, and I like how they look. It's just I need to work out and change some stuff, because if you could see, there's side boob stuff, or there's extra fat that needs to be basically worked out. And of course I have a bit of a muffin top because I have extra weight on me, but that's something I'm working on. I mean, it's going to take a lot of process, but again, also with the hormones not working completely right, some of the fat should accumulate to the right areas, like the breasts and hips and the thighs, to make it more of a feminine shape. But it's not working because I think I know what the issue is, but I'm not going to talk about it because it's probably something dumb that I misheard or didn't understand, or my pharmacist's issue, but it's just something I got to deal with on my own. I mean, I could talk about it, but it's just going to be boring stuff. Also, if you notice, I'm very, very white. I mean, some of it's a little bit tan, but it's because I've been trying something. I have, that Jergens lotion that's, natural skin color thing. Basically, it's that Jergens lotion that basically helps you tan your skin without being outside. Because I noticed my arms were getting really, really pale because I'm not going outside as much, because I'm in here recording, or sleeping because of depression, and then when I go to work, it's in, at night and inside, so kind of thought I'd look a little pale. I mean, it looks pale on my face now, but because I have makeup on, which, I mean, haven't found a makeup that really matches my skin tone for my face. And also, one thing that's like crappy about makeup, and they tell you to, check your foundation on your arm or something like that, but that never really works right because your face isn't the same color as your arm, because your face gets more sunlight and it's different colors because of blah 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 genetics. But yeah, that's basically some of my issues. It's also, I'm too cheap still to go out and buy like expensive cosmetics or expensive foundation because I'm cheap, so I'm basically just buying from like the dollar store, which the stuff isn't terrible. I mean, it's not perfect, but it works for me for now because I'm still not like 100% in like throwing a ton of money at makeup until I make sure this is really working. I really learn what I'm doing, and this makes, some money so I can, it's a whole thing where this has to catch on and start moving so I can do more makeup and get onto it and do it all, full time. So it's a process. I'm getting through it. I mean, I don't think I've missed a day besides week 10 that I haven't put videos up, besides, the weekends that I haven't been doing, but I may change that because I'm going to back being off on weekends so I can get all that done and get more recordings done, so I can probably get more recordings done, get more out, get more editing done, move on, so forth, so on. But it's still a work in progress. It's also, I still need to get some programs for my new machine because I do all my like thumbnails on my old machine because it has the Adobe stuff that I use to make the pictures. So yeah, I kind of want to put that on here, but those things aren't cheap. Also, I still want to get Adobe Premiere because it's a really, really good editing software that I used in the past. The one I have now, it works really good and I like it, but it's just not the same. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Usually it's probably something with me where, you get used to something, you like something, you want to use that over and over again, and you want to change, you kind of just don't feel the same way about it. So yeah, that's how things have been going. I know I just probably rambled about a bunch of garbage, half of it I couldn't understand or knew what I was talking about because I'm just bouncing around. I mean, I have had a little bit of caffeine, so I kind of get hyper. But it's, things have been tough, things have been easy. It's just basically what I have to deal with on a day-to-day basis. So yeah, that's really all I got for today. And I know last week I didn't have my usual outro going out because it's just things were just really, really bad then. But before I end it, I want to thank everyone for watching and commenting out there, and everyone that just comes in and watches and enjoys it. I want to thank you all. I want to remind everyone you can comment down below. You can share the video with whoever you feel would enjoy it. And if you enjoy this, go ahead and subscribe because you'll get more videos. I'm still not 100% if I should keep doing these every week or should I just cut them back to every month. Let me know what you guys think. I mean, I probably won't know until like 3 weeks later because these videos come out 3 weeks after I record them, edit them down. But, I mean, I'm going to try to keep on top of that. But yeah, I want to thank everyone again for watching. You can comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys all next week. And I hope you guys are having a good time and getting, through things yourself as you're transitioning. If you are transgender, or if you're just someone that's, generally confused or gender confused. I mean, I hope these videos help you out a bit to basically learn about yourself, because before I cut it off, I want to talk to you guys. One last thing is that when people start to transition and they're transgender, everyone thinks you have to go full on, like full everything, or it's not possible. You don't have to do that. You don't have to, like, when you start thinking you're transgender or believe it yourself, you don't have to go full on. You don't have to go get everything done. You don't have to get a boob job and get, full reassignment surgery. Really, if you just feel right in female clothing or makeup or have longer hair, go ahead and do that. There's no law out there saying if you're transgendered you have to fully transition or it's not true. Really, there's nothing about this. It's still a new process and new things coming on. And I know just recently they pulled off being transgender off the mental health list because it's not a mental issue. It's physical, because it's the hormones in your body telling you you're different, this is wrong, this is right, so on and so forth. So it's just something you got to learn on your own. Other people can try to help you, but it's not going to be 100% because things are different for each person. Some people may feel right just wearing the different clothes. Some people may want to fully transition, get everything changed, or maybe just get some stuff changed, or just start hormones. It's all a big thing, but the best thing to do is talk to your doctors, work with them, talk to your therapist if you have one, and just start talking to people and trying to get it out. Because if you keep everything inside and you're not learning about yourself and trying to basically understand everything, it's gonna eat at you until you basically lose yourself. So that's the last note I have. I'll see you guys, and hopefully I hear more from you guys, because I really enjoy it.